All right. Well, obviously, I'm the elephant in the room right now. The big elephant in the room. Obviously, I've got, and you read my statement, and I want to talk about the team win, and that's it. So I'm going to start out with just a real brief statement, and then I will talk about wrestling, and I won't talk about anything else. Obviously, I have to make a decision here in the next 24 hours. I got an opportunity, and I'm going to go home with my family. And talk about that, and obviously the timing of it isn't ideal, but sometimes timing isn't ideal. So I've got some things to figure out tonight, and I'm having a conversation later tonight with the Iowa State athletic director, and so that's that, and that's where it's at. As far as our win tonight, what a great environment. I've obviously sat in the corner in a lot of dual meets. Or not on the bench at a lot of dual meets, and to see what kind of effort we made. I mean, even guys like Kevin Nordstrom, who just kind of got back in the lineup, really good effort. We just have to get his gas tank bigger. You get a guy like Sal Mastriani that, just was right there, and that we can't have moral victories, but right there with the third-ranked guy in the nation. So this team is solid. This team is peaking. At 165 with Ryan Blease is tied up, and he makes one mistake and gets pinned. It's not always about getting your hand raised, but it's about really, really good effort. And so from a coaching standpoint, I take my hat off to my staff. I'm telling you, Roby, Zadok, St. John, they've done an unbelievable job of developing the talent that we've got there. So it was super exciting. What a great crowd. You wrestle all that for a plaque. And we said before that really in the standings and everything, this match didn't matter, but it did matter. It was, it's stepping out there, and it's two guys scrapping, shaking hands for bragging rights. And that's what it was all about tonight. So I take my hat off to Nebraska. Thanks for coming halfway across the country. When a lot of schools are finding out ways not to make this happen, Nebraska made this happen. And as you all saw, that's a pretty dang salty team. They had a couple guys out in the middle. We had Zach Epperly out. So, it's kind of a wounded time of year. And as everybody, they're getting ready for their Big Tens. We're getting ready for our ACCs. So you got to be a little bit smart, and so we could have wrestled Zach Epperly. I know that's probably a question people are going to ask. We could have wrestled him, but we just wanted to make sure that we got a really good Zach Epperly at the ACC tournament, and we're going to have a really good Zach Epperly at the ACC tournament. So with that, I'll open it up.
What have you told your team, and did you tell them, okay, I want to stay focused and not let this distract you? Because some teams might not have won today because of what's going on.
Well, that just showed you how daggone good our team is right there, right, and how tough they are mentally and how good my staff is. And so we had a meeting. I was very honest with them yesterday and said I had a decision to make. I asked them to have my back. They had my back. I said, you guys are so daggone tough and so daggone strong that, you don't need dresser because I'm too old to wrestle. And I don't need to scream and yell that much because I got plenty of screaming yellers, and I say that in a good way in the bench. So I was never, ever worried about this team competing and going forward. So that's not a concern of mine at all.
Coach, when you think about your time here, from you see how built up it is at Castle, the Moss Arts Center, everything has just been so many people behind you. When you think about where it came from to where it is now, just how do you put all that in perspective?
It's just I take a lot of pride in that. I mean, walking out, and I've had 3 stints. I was at a high school for 8 years. I was at another high school for 10 years, and I was, possibly in another place for 10 or 11 years. Leaving with your head high and walking out proud is a big deal to me. And so if that's the case and that's what things wake up tomorrow morning, I will be so proud of what's happened at Virginia Tech. And, and it's not just Dresser, and I think tonight proved that. It's just everybody. And it takes a lot of people to build a program. And it's pretty obvious. I think if you sit and watch and really study our program, is as I've become older, I become more of a CEO instead of an on-the-mat coach. I've been fortunate to make some really good hires. And the guys that we've got right now that are spending, more of the time in the room than I am, it's working right now. So that's, it's just fun. I like building, and I think we built a pretty daggone good thing here.
if you still have a decision to make tonight,
Yes.
How tough a call is it going to make? Is that important?
Leaving this place? Oh my gosh! All right, leaving this place. This place is incredible. But you know, I'm a quirky guy, and I got goals. And I'm not saying that Virginia Tech's not one of my goals, but you know, I'm looking at a chance to go home. I'm looking at a chance to go. My mother lives 20 minutes from. My brother lives 20 minutes from Iowa State. I haven't got to spend a lot of time with my mother in the last couple of years, so that's a factor in my decision. Obviously, I have to have my family on board because that's the most important thing. So those things are important to me. There's very few jobs I would ever consider, but that's probably one of the two jobs I would consider. I grew up going to Iowa State matches when I was 9 and 10 years old and sat in 14,000 to 15,000 seat arenas packed watching wrestling. And so that intrigues me. And I'm just putting my cards on the table. I kind of take pride in the fact that everywhere I have ever left, I left better and stronger. And Virginia Tech is a national power in wrestling. And that's what I wanted when I took over. I made the statement. My very first press conference, there was 2 of you in here, none of you in here. And I said, I didn't take this job to get second place. And we haven't got first and we haven't got second, but we've done some really good things here. So, you know, I've got to sit down and I'm going to go hang out with my family and make some decisions. But I think you all agree that tonight was pretty special, but that's just the kind of the team we got, and that's just the kind of organization we got. And you know, and I'll kind of finish with this is that you know, I know it's easy. Again, don't know exactly where I'm going with this yet, but you know, it's easy to point fingers and say, you know, Whit Babcock should have jumped up here and this and that. Let me tell you what Whit Babcock has done a tremendous amount for Kevin Dresser, okay? So I know people want to start going down that direction. Everybody's looking to point fingers. Whit Babcock has been in my corner since the day he got here. Jim Weaver was in my corner when he was running this place. I've been blessed to have this opportunity and things given to me and ideas spread out, and you look what our marketing people have done just over the years and how, you know, just from the rise of the Moss Center to the crowds we get here. Now we're averaging 2,500, 3,000 people, and that was paid tonight, by the way, okay? That was paid tonight, so that's pretty cool. So I can't say enough great things about everybody involved. This isn't a situation where Coach Dresser leaves because he's unhappy. This would be a situation where Coach Dresser leaves because he maybe wants to go home and he maybe wants a challenge. A different kind of challenge, and I'm a weird guy, and I like challenges and I like building things, and so, you know, I have to decide at the end of the night here if I've left this place in good enough hands and I'm ready to build another castle. I don't know.
You'll announce something tomorrow.
Yeah.
Would you stay the rest of the season through March?
No, probably not. You know, we got a great staff, and no, I mean, I think these guys need to go. I'll be, you know, if I've thought about it, obviously, and I'll be in the stands eating popcorn and drinking Diet Coke at the ACCs with all the rest of the Hokie fans if they'll have me. And I got my NCAA tickets. I don't know. I might have to pay for them now, but they were free. But obviously, I'm gonna, you know. If this goes down, I'm going to, you know, follow our guys all the way through. I won't, you know, obviously I won't be in the room, but trust me, I'm not worried about that. All right. If I was one bit worried about the leadership in the wrestling room, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. We wouldn't be having this conversation. Okay. So I'm just super pumped and super positive about everything that's going on here. So, you know, I got to go see my family and we got to figure some stuff out. But I appreciate all you for all putting up with me and so forth and so on.